Welcome to today's episode of AGTV. My name is Jerry Bierman. I'm the owner operator of Alluring Glass. I got my buddy Matt Terrell on, who's the Vice President of Sales from Justin Doyle Homes. Welcome, Matt.
Thanks, Jerry. Glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me today.
Yeah, you bet. And so we were just talking offline about business, and you guys build beautiful homes. And years ago, you used to do both remodeling and new home construction. You were sharing with me that you guys have been so busy, and you guys are very good at what you do, that you're focused in on new home construction currently.
Yeah, so my original role with Justin Doyle Homes was on the remodel side. So well versed in that, looking at bathrooms, which we'll do today.
Yeah.
Was used to looking at the befores and the afters. Just a few years ago, we got so busy on the new home side that we kind of stopped doing remodels.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super blessed on the new home side of construction. We do a luxury line, and then we do a little bit more of a stock plan, call it. So it allows different buyers, different price points to work with our company. But you're right. So we don't do remodels anymore, but we're really busy and blessed on the new home side.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys do great work. All right, so then on these bathrooms, obviously today we're going to focus in on the new home construction as it relates to these master spas. Mm-hmm. And so I've got a few pictures queued up of some master spas that are part of the new home construction projects. When you're talking to clients about their new home and you're going into the master spa, give us like a really high level, quick hit, how you take clients through that process.
Yeah, so on the front side, design is key, right? So we're eventually going to build what we're designing. So we want to make sure we're hitting all the points. Who the homeowner is, how they live, are they married, are they single, do they have kids? And even in the master bathroom, be surprised, thinking through that on their behalf. Do they want it to be a little bit more private? Do they want a lot of glass, which just kind of shows off the volume of the room? Yeah. So the design side is extremely important. Another factor we would consider is the age of the client. A lot of homeowners that we're building for, they're thinking future. They're thinking, hey, I don't want trip hazards even in my bathroom. So we'll do a curbless shower.
Like we're looking at now, right?
So it's just easier. There's no curb, there's no trip hazard. And if you ever needed a wheelchair, you could literally roll right into that and have a wheelchair accessible shower or walker or whatever. So the design side's extremely important. In fact, it's probably the most important part of the process, and making sure we're hitting all elements for our homeowners.
Yeah. And it's interesting you hit on that as I put my readers on to look closer at these pictures. But, aging in place in this bathroom, it's curbless. However, from a design standpoint, it's very in style today, whether you're aging in place or not. So it looks really cool. You got a bench in there, so you've got some function as well as that wand. I mean, this is a highly functional space, and obviously you didn't compromise any of the visual. The aesthetic quality is amazing. It's a great space.
Yeah, and that's all part of our process as far as the design goes, is to really think future-spectively for all buyers, because eventually they're going to move into it and they're going to live in it for a little bit of period of time. So we want to make sure we're covering all bases, not just the beauty, but also, like you said, the functionality of a hand wand, a bench, and a roll-in or curbless shower.
Yeah. So this looks to be the same space, just a different angle. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that I notice is the soaking tub. How frequently are new homes inclusive of having the soaking tub in the master suite?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, because it almost is becoming a little bit more of an anomaly. We're probably not to that point yet where it's a rarity, but I'd say probably 20% of buyers want a master tub. And ironically, this one's a little bit more functional, but you'll notice in a lot of master bathrooms that do have a tub, new ones, they're more for look than they are for function. They're almost a piece of furniture. Yeah. That people just love the look of it. This one a little bit different. You can tell it's a little bit more functional. It's a larger bathtub with a tile wall. But you start to get into those smaller independent or freestanding tubs, and they can get pretty small. So I'd say master bathtubs, ironically, are about the same as a dining room. Those seem to be kind of a thing of the past. Most of our buyers are electing not to do a dining room. They'll just do like a dining space off the kitchen. And
Yeah.
most of our buyers, you're right, they're electing not to do a bathtub because it takes up a lot of space. And quite frankly, they just don't use it quite
Right.
often. So they want a big walk-in shower instead.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I notice on this picture that I think is really smart for your designers as well is a lot of times, and obviously this bathroom isn't complete in that there's no mirrors yet or artwork up or whatever else is going in the space. But one of the things that I'm noticing on that as I'm looking at the picture on the sconces on the left side
Hmm.
is one of the things that we talk to clients about is that when you put a vanity like you have here, some clients would just put a full length mirror there.
Hmm.
And when you put a full length mirror there, one of the things that we talk to people about, Matt, is what are you reflecting? Like what's behind you that you want to see?
Hmm.
And so I appreciate, again, one of the reasons that companies like yours are hired for thinking through the little details of luxury homes, really. In this sconce, obviously there's going to be some kind of decorative mirror that's put there that's going to be just reflecting if I'm brushing my teeth or my wife's using that vanity. Actually, the vanity on the right's smaller, so that's probably his.
Hmm.
And the vanity on the left is probably hers. But as my wife's putting her makeup on or whatever, is that's just really smart. And I think again, as we've lived through different DIYers, I think one of the reasons you hire experts is that they've already thought through a lot of these things for you.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's smart. So well done.
yeah, good point. Thank you.
All right. So then looking at this space, and again, give us an idea. I wonder what ended up, if you recall, is going over in this space over here to the right of the
Yeah,
shower.
on the right-hand side of the screen, originally we were going to do a drying area, so you could just walk out of the shower and you'd actually be on a dry surface. A little bit further into the design process, the homeowner wanted an area to sit down, to where they could, put on their shoes. They thought about maybe doing a makeup bandy in that section, but eventually, through the design process, sometimes it's truly a process of elimination of, hey, what about this idea? What would this look like? But always gearing it towards how the homeowner lives. This
Yeah.
particular homeowner just wanted a little prep space, place to put a bench, sit down, put the shoes on, things like that, and get ready for the day.
Yeah. And again, something that you guys did that's very intelligent on this shower is I don't see the controls underneath the shower head.
Right. So that's actually a really good point. So a lot of homeowners, and if you've ever walked into a shower and turned it on, you either have to reach in, turn it on so you don't get hit with the first jolt of cold water before it warms up. So
Yep.
some of our homeowners will elect to do a control valve away from the shower head. That way they can
Love that.
turn it on, not get hit with the morning cold water, and then they'll warms up quickly. But that's definitely a great option and a
Love
feature
it.
of the bathroom.
I love it. And I love having the, excuse me, the natural light. I
Yeah,
love
in fact, you'll notice that even the picture before that we looked through the natural light. Now, obviously, this one being a window that you can see through, that will have blinds on it, or some type of way for privacy. But the one before had a transom window up a little bit higher.
yeah, yeah,
And a lot of our buyers are wanting more natural light. Two really important features of a master bathroom would be light and the functionality of it.
yeah.
And you'll notice if you just have wall sconces or a sconce above a mirror, you get one light hitting, right? And it's not natural. So a lot of our buyers want a natural light, so we'll put in a transom window, but it actually gives you a more well-rounded light, so there's not shadows in one side, especially for the ladies as they're doing makeup, or the
Yeah.
gentlemen shaving or getting ready for the day. They've got different means of light, and they'll capture the home buyer in different ways.
That's great. Love it. Really beautiful space.
Yeah,
And I mean, it's massive space anyway, but I still like the colors. The colors and the lighting makes it feel even larger.
yeah, very light, airy neutrals, a little bit of a contemporary tile there, with a lot of grays. You'll see grays are still really in vogue right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
You
Well,
can,
and
wa-
this is,
you can even warm up a gray. I know a lot of people think, oh, grays are really cold, but you can warm it up with some of the right features.
yeah, love it. Well, and even in this, where you're seeing the dark vanity, that definitely warms it up
Exactly.
with the cabinets and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point. So the warmth of the gray. So you got some warm grays. You'll notice that the tile has a similar color, so that cabinet and the tile are kind of working together to pull similar colors.
That's great. And there's the decorative soaking tub. I don't know how much that's getting used, but it certainly looks beautiful.
It's beautiful, claw foot tub. This design, it's perfect, right? The homeowner wanted a really large shower and they wanted a tub, and start getting too large of items within a master bathroom and it becomes congested. So the way we designed this was to almost have like a wraparound shower. The tub's a feature point truly of this bathroom, so it's right there front and center, and then the shower just directly behind it.
And the chandelier, good Lord.
Yeah. You know, as we're looking through these, one thing to point out that I'm just realizing is you'll notice a lot of our homeowners, their bathrooms are large enough that they're separating their vanities. It's always a funny joke through the design process is usually the wife or the husband is a little bit more messy. So they don't want the long 6-foot double vanity. They want two separate vanities so that their toothpaste and shaving clippings aren't mixing in with the wife's makeup. So it's kind of a funny joke. You'll get to see who's the messy one in the relationship typically on the front.
Well, and also, again, another reason to hire experts is these towers, which I think is really smart, depending on the quantity of personal care items that you need or want access to, that you can get creative with space without compromising the aesthetics of it.
Yeah, great point. How does the homeowner live? Do they need the tower to put extra things in? I just had a meeting last week with the homeowner. I never heard this before, but he said, I want a vanity and I want enough drawers so I can put all of my underwear needs in there and my socks. And I said, that's kind of different in a bathroom. He said, well, when I get out of the shower, I put those on first, so I might as well have it in my bathroom.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, the personal space, and we talk about the difference between kitchens and baths, and homeowners, again, spending the time with the homeowners to say, hey, this is your personal space. Like when you're doing a kitchen, you might be designing it for your family or for friends to visit or for holidays. But in the bathroom, it's such a personal space that it really gives you an opportunity to get to know the clients. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking to the right, I can see the niches in there is what, in the conversation I had with my wife was, the quantity of personal care items that you're going to take into the space. Because I told my wife, if we don't build these niches out to house all your personal care items, then the ledges are going to house it. And because I'm in the glass business, I'm a glass snob amongst other things, but I don't want to see clutter. And right. So when you're designing these spaces, if you're a bit OCD like me, that you get to design them to be, that you have a place for everything.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
And again, you hire people like you guys because you're able to think through that with clients.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This looks like that picture that we had to begin, maybe just a different angle. Mm-hmm. And then this is a different angle. This is the final picture for today. But again, just kind of looking at this space head on, man, there's a lot of really good stuff going on there.
Yeah. We wanted to make sure that they had a good water pressure in that house for sure, because if there's a lot of different shower heads there, body washes. Yeah. This is truly a showpiece master bathroom.
Sure.
And you'll notice again that divided space. Even back on the right now, you'll see there's the vanity. Eventually, we'd have a mirror there and a place where the wife would put her makeup on, but it's totally separate from the husband on the other side of this particular bathroom. Again, the features of this bathroom are the tub, that huge shower, and that beautiful chandelier kind of right there, focal point in the center for them.
Well, and obviously, a long day at work or a long workout, and you're thinking about relaxation. That's a spa. You're walking in. I appreciate the sensitivity towards making sure you have adequate water pressure. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is that we talk to clients about, like, if in this application, this shower is large enough that you could discuss, maybe argue, whether or not you need doors on it. Right. The likelihood of the water escaping, the water management of this space would be pretty easy because it's so large. Mm-hmm. However, my wife and I just got back from vacation, as I was telling you offline, visiting my first grandchild. We rented a really nice condo on the beach. It was 95 degrees. It was hotter than Hades. And it was a doorless shower with a rain head and one shower head. And I said to my wife, I said, "Hey, how do you like the shower?" And she said, "I like it except for the draft." And I
Hmm.
said, "Oh my gosh, me too." That, again, depending on how sensitive you are, a lot of times clients, and we see it's very popular today, is having doorless showers, Matt.
Hmm.
Um, but it is difficult to, and again, having, when you're talking to clients, having delicate conversations with them,
Hmm.
to talk to them about like what their pain threshold is to drafts. But
Right.
again, something to consider before you build it.
Yep. No, great point. And we get that question a lot, right? Do you want glass? Do you want a walk-in shower? And that's usually the feedback we get is like, oh, I would like a walk-in shower, no glass, but will it get drafty? And the answer is, yeah, it will, because there's nothing to block the register vent when it kicks on. So there's always that to consider in the homeowner's view.
And then the popularity of these clawfoot tubs or some of the other, I don't know, ergo, whatever they call those tubs. I've seen some really cool modern looking tubs. What kind of feedback are you getting from clients as far as using the tubs? Like, are some of it, like, is this tub comfortable? Is it actually used much?
Yeah, so if the homeowner is dead set and they have to have a master tub, it's usually because they currently literally use a master tub.
Yeah,
You get a lot that are kind of wishy-washy and they just like the look of it.
yeah,
So depending on what the homeowner's preference is, right? If they're going to literally lay in it, you better make sure it's a big enough tub. It's going to be 6 feet so they can actually enjoy it.
yeah,
You get some of those tubs that are quite small. They're really not made to lay in, or they're made to just look really pretty and fill a space. And again, they're more of a furniture piece. But if, every once in a while, I'll get the guy who said, "Yeah, I play tennis, and every day after tennis, I come home and I take a bath." And it's like,
yeah,
you're gonna need a bathtub, and it's gonna want to, be big enough for you.
yeah. That's
So
good.
those people that use it and they know they're going to use it, they will continue to use it for sure. It's those kind of fringe people where they used to have it and they're just used to it.
Yeah,
Those are the people who are like, yeah, you know what, we could do without it.
yeah. Yeah, that's good. Well, listen, I know you guys, when you, the high-end homes that you guys build are phenomenal, and we're just taking a little segment, looking at the bathrooms today. But if you get to Justin Doyle Homes website, follow them on social media, you build spectacular homes. So congratulations, Matt, on your success, and we wish you guys continued success.
All right, thank Jerry. I always enjoy working with you, even on this video, but in the field as well. And you guys are great to work with. So I appreciate you having me on today.
Great. Thanks, man.
Thank you.